Oh, yeah.
I can hear him. There he is.
What are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm going good, man. What's sake, Father Adam? What are you doing, man?
Thank you very much for doing this for us.
Yeah, without a doubt. Great talking to you, man.
Been a huge fan for a long time, so love your playing.
Appreciate it, bub. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. So congratulations with the new album, Doom Croom Ink. Now, would you like to call it Ink or Incorporated?
Whatever you want to do, just as long as you say it.
That's it. Yeah, so Doom Croom Ink is great album.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, just full of great riffs, great vocals. I mean, the whole album is just incredible.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think JD and Adam did an amazing job with the mixes and everything like that. So, yeah, without a doubt, we're happy with it, man. Totally.
So it was all recorded at your studio, wasn't it? Is that right?
Yeah. Since Order of the Black, we've been making all the records since 2010. We've been making all the records, boxing all the Black Label Flavor Country donuts, making them, boxing them, and shipping them out from the Vatican. Yeah, totally.
Very cool. That's great. So I thought if it's okay, we might just go through some of the songs. I've actually got little samples here as well. Just wanted to talk about a few things and ask you some questions.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So first of all, with the film clips you got out, so you got Set You Free and also End of Days. Now, notice both of those clips you got some fighting scenes involved.
So. Oh yeah, totally. Well, it's just I mean, basically all those fighting scenes are everyone fighting over what's on the rider. Yeah. You know what I mean? They want Reese's or peanut butter M&Ms. You know what I mean? Reese's M&Ms or these are very important issues. You know, we're really not so much concerned with the music. I mean, it's more about makeup, our eyeliner, the fishnet stockings, the stilettos, and, what's on the rider. I mean, these are the important things that we focus on. That's the reason where all the fighting comes from. Instead of arguing, we just start brawling. You know what I mean? And still no decisions get made at all. So nothing happens. Yeah.
Well, as long as you have a great time, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's it. Now, how about the one with the bears? It's End of Days. Do you do all your own stunts in that one?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is I just told, I mean, as far as that video goes, it's just like, what ideas you got for this video? I go, how about this? I buy a grizzly bear outfit and a koala bear suit for me and JD, and then we just brawl throughout the whole video. Yeah. It's like, that has nothing to do with the song. I go, exactly. That means it's a brilliant idea. Anyways, yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, exactly. So we enjoy doing our own stunts. We enjoy, getting hurt. We enjoy ending up in the intensive care unit. It's all for good fun. We go for a root canal, just even when your teeth don't even hurt. Just go for a root canal. Or
why not?
Why not? You're bored.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I know you do a lot of like workouts and weightlifting and everything. So do you do any martial arts as well?
No martial arts. I mean, although I've been married for over 30 years, so you should probably learn some martial arts. Between the immortal beloved, the kids, the dogs. Just taking a nonstop beating for 30 plus years. I should probably learn some martial arts. Yeah.
It's never too old to learn. So
exactly.
I mean, you did well in the bear suit, so that's the first step.
Yes. Well, I've watched every Bruce Lee movie. I know nothing, but I know the movies. So there you go.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. It's Enter the Dragon. I think I watched that 100 times.
All of them. They're all good.
Yes, that's those two songs. Now, going over to Destroy and Conquer. I wanted to ask you about the verse riffs of this, your vocals. I mean, I suppose you've got this a lot. It does remind me a lot of Ozzy, the way the vocal melody goes.
I did. Well, that's why I'm in a Zakk Sabbath cover band.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense. But yeah, without a doubt. So like whenever I play that song for anybody or any Black Label for that matter, I tell them like, wow, this is has a nice Sabbath flavor to it. I go, I've never heard of Black Sabbath before in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway. Just like what Keith Richards always says with Chuck Berry, there's always some there's always some Chuck Berry floating around in a stone soup somewhere. So
Yeah.
there's always some Lord Iommi floating around somewhere in the Black Label soup for sure, without a doubt.
But even that riff you have with the breakdown, this one here. That's very Sabbath-ish, you know, if it's a word.
Yeah, I got that from the Lord Iommi swap meet. It was sitting right behind a toaster and a plate. And I was like, how much is that riff right there? He goes, I wrote that riff back in 73. Give me $10 and we'll call it a day. So, you know, exactly. So that's why I picked up that riff and the Destroy and Conquer riff itself. So, you know, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, it's a really cool riff. It's one of those ones where, my main job is a guitar teacher. So, you're always looking for those different riffs to teach people different things to do. Like, Crazy Train's a great one to learn, and Iron Man. And now we've got this one. So, look forward to teaching some of the kids.
Yeah, the Lord Iommi, the flat 5 in there. You know what I mean? It's always
that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we go to Ruins. The solos in this one, it's just a really tasty solo that let's see.
Dario. Other Dario right there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so that's all Dario, is it?
Yeah. I started off, then Dario, then I come in, then Dario when it goes up to B, you know, when it closes up. But yeah, totally. It's us going back and forth, and then we end with the with the unison line there at the end there.
Yeah, some of them I could pick, some of them I couldn't. I think, is that Zakk or is that Dario?
Yeah, no, totally. Dario's more legato. He's more like a gazelle, you know, just more graceful. I'm more like a bull in a china shop. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's when you can always hear, because I'm picking every note. I mean, where Dario used more legato.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he's definitely more fluid than I am. That's for sure.
Yeah, but how about for songs like Forever and a Day? Now, was that just you soloing on that?
Yeah, that's me on that one.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
pretty much the ballads and Farewell. Yeah, all three of them. That's all me soloing on those guys. You know, for Love Raindown, you know, Forever and a Day, and then Farewell Ballad. That's all me.
Now, so the song Forsaken. So I wrote down here, it sounds like one of those ones where, you know, it's one of these type of things where the melody you're singing over the riff, it just sounds really tricky. So you got that, but your melodies, you know, it's just like totally different timing, really, to what you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, well, what happens is a lot of time. I mean, what I usually do is like when we write I'll write the riffs first. I mean, the melody's always the riff always kind of like inspires a melody, but I mean, a lot of times I don't come up with the melody when I'm actually sitting writing them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I might think of something I might want to sing over it, but then after we get the music all done, and I'm going to go do the vocals, I'll actually just sit with it in the truck, and I'll either come up with a melody. So I'm actually writing it as a singer, as opposed to guitar player singer. You know what I mean? So I'll approach it almost as if I was a singer in the band, how I would just sing over it, you know? So that's what happens. Like a lot of times, even when we're about to do them live or whatever, I got to practice singing them because of the timing and everything like that. Because if the timing doesn't fit, you know what I mean, with the melody kind of thing. So, yeah, without a doubt, I know what you're saying. I mean, because, but you know, I'll sit and I'll approach it more like how a singer would just be like, I played a riff a couple times, like with Ozzy. You know, with Ozzy, just goes out, keep playing a riff or whatever when we're in rehearsals, whether we're doing Miracle Man or anything back in the day. Oz would just go keep playing it, and then Oz would come up with something right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll approach it that way. But yeah, so no, I agree. But you know, some of them I can come up with when I'm actually just sitting there jamming. But a lot of times I'll just do it listening to the riff and approach it as a singer.
And then over to again the slower one, that Love Raindown. Now with the piano, so are you playing all the piano on the album?
Yeah.
So this one, again, it's got another great solo. And I just really like those. It takes me back to when I very first learned with the Steve Lukather videos. Where you got those, those type of things.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is that? Montana, right? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Without, that's totally a loop technique right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And just your bends too in the song just shows you another style of your playing. Really comes out in the song.
Appreciate it, brother. There's some Dickie Betts licks in there as well. Pentatonics and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And that song's been around for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I wrote that song actually when my mother passed away. So that was actually when we were doing No More Tears at A&M Studios. I ended up, the middle bit and No More Tears, the piano bit. So when we were coming up with that, I was just sitting in the studio by myself, and then I ended up writing Love Raindown. So yeah, I mean that's the original. We ended up doing a heavy version of it on Stronger Than Death in like 2000. But I mean that's the original. That's originally how I wrote it. Was the way on the piano, which which finally did. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way it came out though, man.
Yeah, it's funny actually going back researching. I had to listen to the album, research some of your other stuff, and I hadn't listened to No More Tears for a long time. And I just released an album last year, and there was one riff I did, and I thought, it sounds like something. And it's just like, as I go. But when I had to listen to No More Tears, I thought, it's very similar. I hope I ripped it off.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, that's another Tony Iommi-esque riff right there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Tony Iommi, without a doubt. He's everywhere, man.
Yeah. And the other thing I did notice when you guys do it live, that No More Tears, where you got the slide and you're alternating between the slide and the riffs.
Yeah, totally. I mean, obviously I got, because that's obviously my love of the Allman Brothers and Skinner and everything like that. So, I mean, with the slide stuff, but we had it when we were in the studio. And then I remember when we were in rehearsals, I just had the dun, 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 dun. Then Oz would sing again. Then I just broke out the slide just for something, just to do something different, I mean? And then also we had it in the beginning, almost kind of like a Freebird-esque type, that's where that came from. You know what I mean? Obviously, my love for Skinner and Allmans and everything like that. So, and that's that's the influence of that. And then you end up using it, and it comes out to something different, completely different.
Yeah. Now going over to the song "Gospel of Lies." Now this one, I really like the way you've done that little chromatic rundown of the. I think it's the main chorus.
Yeah, it's 38 special. Hold on, Luke. There you go.
No, it's great though.
Somewhere, yeah, without a doubt, man.
Yeah, but going back to like I was saying before about the melodies, after writing it, the riffs, the melody you wrote over this one just fits perfectly.
That's nice, man. Well, I mean, once again, I ended up coming up, same thing. I ended up writing that melody without the guitar in my hand, while I was listening to the music. So, it puts you in a different frame of mind when you listen to it that way, as opposed to like when you're playing it and you're singing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in a different frame of mind, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I wrote that melody once again, just sitting in the truck, listening to the backing track.
And also the ending of this song, you got your famous pinch harmonic.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
gotta let everybody know once in a while it's me playing the guitar.
Yeah.
So this way people listen to it going, who is this? I don't know who this is. The next thing you know, they hear the pinch on mine, then they'll go, okay, I guess it's Zakk. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's right. It just so people know who they're listening to. They go, not him again. I actually like the song slightly. I don't.
But it's true though. Like it's everyone's got their little things. Like as soon as someone does tapping, Van Halen. But as soon as someone does a pinch harmonic, hey, there's Zakk.
There you go.
Yeah. So how did that first come about? The pinch harmonics for you?
My guitar teacher Leroy Wright, when I was a teenager, he, because I was asking him like, with Billy Gibbons, so I said like, how's he getting that? Well, that sound in in tush and everything like that. And he was just like, oh no. And then he showed me the pinch harmonics, you know what I mean? How you do it. I was like, how do you do that? I don't know how you get that sound, you know? So, but yeah, so I mean, and then obviously when I started playing with Oz, doing it on the lower strings, and then obviously you double them and then they really pop, you know what I mean? They really come to life. And then especially if you want to add a fourth or a third and you do them at the same time, that's a whole nother sound too, you know, studio. So yeah, because you either do a third or a fourth, you know, and they really pop, or a fifth, you know what I mean? You got, you know, you double them, so it's four guitars doing it, so it really pops out.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely the master of them. When watching your live videos and everything, you nail it every time. You know, where sometimes you might go to, where is it?
Yeah, I think. Well, you're just like anything. You do it enough, you know, then it's like second nature after a while.
Yeah. The next one, Shelter Me. So again, you got the harmony riff before the solos, which is which really takes you back to your Thin Lizzy days.
Yeah, totally, man. I mean, like, you know, whether, you know, Thin Lizzy, you got, you know, I mean, with Priest, the Allman Brothers, you know, I mean, as far as like all the awesome guitar harmony lines, and then, you know, unison lines and harmony lines. Yeah, totally. I agree.
Yeah. And actually, talking about those, the next one, The Gather of All My Sins, the way you start that off into that riff, it's just really clever, I reckon, the way you got this, and then straight into still got that melody, you know, you can picture that going over the top of it, but
yeah, totally. I mean, you know, so it's kind of sounds very Allman Brothers to me, you know, as soon as those major thirds come in there. I mean, that's their trademark Allman Brothers sound, you know, just those harmony major thirds and stuff like that. So yeah, without a doubt. And you know, just blast right into a Lord Iommi Sabbath-esque type riff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And the solo in this song, both the dueling solos, it's really like a conversation between you and Dario, the way you guys do it.
Yeah, totally. Dueling banjos, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Live during Fire It Up, we usually go out into the crowd and take drink orders, and then do the same thing. You know, we solo back and forth and stuff like that. So, no, I mean, pretty much that's where it all came from. Because you know, for a while now, we've been doing that in the live shows. That's part of the show. So it pretty much just spilled over onto the record. You know, and so yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, just those two different things happening, but it's like flowing in together.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, the way we ended up doing it, we tried, you know, I made sure I extended all the solos, and then, you know, once I put my stuff on it, I just sent it to Dario over at his studio in Vegas.
Yeah.
Dark chapel over there. So, yeah, Dario just, he listened to what I was playing, and then he bounced it off and then started playing what he wanted to play, you know? So, yeah, without doubt. And it didn't take long at all. I mean, Dario just listened to it and he was like, all right, let me come up with something and I'll send it right back. So it was pretty much that fast.
So have you played many of these live yet from the album?
No, the only one we were playing live was Set You Free. Because the single was out when we were out touring. You know what I mean? So
what else we got playing coming up this year for 2022 for you?
Well, obviously the game plan is in, I guess, 5 months from now, we're going to be going over to Europe for all the festivals and everything like that. And then we come back to the States. And then, I mean, obviously the game plan is to go around the world, you know what I mean? To do Australia, New Zealand, Asia, Russia, I mean, everywhere, you know what I mean? Just, you know, I plan on us touring for the next 2 years on this album. And then we'll see what happens with the boss, with Oz in 2023. If he's feeling ready to roll, then we go out with the boss. But I mean, right now, that's what's scheduled right now. And you know, I mean, everything changes from day to day, so we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah. So is that album finished? The one you're done with Ozzy?
Yeah, done right now. So you know, I mean, they're going to be mixing it soon. So, but yeah, that one's done right now. It's in the can. So unless there's some other stuff Oz wants to do to it or whatever, but yeah, right now it's pretty much done.
Yeah, that's got to be an awesome album with yourself. Clapton, who was it? Iommi.
I mean, if you were to tell me when I was 15 years old, I'd be on a record with Ozzy, Tony, Eric Clapton, and Jeff Beck. I would have been like, yeah, okay. You know, I would have never put money down on that one. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, definitely a dream come true and a complete honor. Without
yeah. And the last thing, you got your podcast. Is that still working at the moment? Or happening?
Yeah, we're going out to New York to start that. Me and Jade Heezus, we're gonna let the comedy roll. So we'll probably be brawling too. I'll make sure I bring the grizzly bear outfit and the panda bear, and we can start brawling on the podcast. Yeah,
that's it.
Totally.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much the things. But again, congratulations with the new album. So it's just fantastic.
My brother.
Yeah, I really look forward to seeing you guys playing it live. Hopefully down in Australia one day.
Without a doubt, yeah, I agree with you, man. Without a doubt.
All right. Well, thanks again, Zakk.
All right, man. Father Adam, you take care of yourself, brother.
Yep, and hopefully we'll catch up when you're down here.
You got it, my brother. Take care, buddy.
See you later. Bye-bye.